Hi there. In the last video, I took a bit of a light-hearted and tongue-in-cheek view of some of the most commonly asked questions I get when I tell people that I'm a psychologist. This time round, what I'd like to do is explore in a little bit more detail the aspects of my job that I actually really like. I've been doing what I do for about 20 years now, so I've built up a fair bit of experience and reflection, and what I try and do is focus on the activities that really bring me joy and satisfaction. So what I'd like to do is explain to you what it is that I actually love about being a psychologist. Before we go any further though, maybe it's useful to explain a little bit about what I actually do. As I illustrated in the last video, there are a lot of misunderstandings about what psychologists do in practice. So as an occupational or workplace-focused psychologist, I spend the vast majority of my time helping people with their development and growth at work. This might look like coaching an individual, providing stress management training, or helping an organization design and deploy a well-being program for its employees. Lots of variety there, but I'll come back to that a little bit later. With 20 years or so experience under my belt, I've taken some time to reflect on the stuff that I really love doing, and that's what I'd like to share with you now. Firstly, I love learning. Now, you might be surprised to learn that the learning doesn't stop. After all those years of university education, you need to continue learning as a psychologist because psychology is a science, and our understanding of people and how they think and feel and what they do grows. And as the high quality research is conducted and the studies are published and the conferences take place and the psychologists talk to each other, we learn more and more. And therefore, we need to adopt new practices and reflect that science in what we do. But there's no point at which you wake up and think, I know it all now, or I have ticked the box next to psychology. That might be frustrating for some people. It's one of the main reasons I love doing what I do. The second reason I love being a psychologist is that I love working with people. Now, this might sound like a bit of an obvious point for a psychologist to make, but not everyone thrives on relationships, and I really do. I work by myself a lot of the time, so that contact I get with my clients and organizations means a lot to me. I love understanding people's perspectives and learning about what's brought them to my door, the experiences they've been through, where they want to get to, learning their stories, and I find it really, really interesting. I love working collaboratively, and that's at the heart of my coaching practice and the principle I like to bring to the work I do with my organizational clients. People are at the very center of what I do, so it's important that I like to work with others. The third thing that I love about being a psychologist is variety. I thrive on variety, and even though I work on a subset of what an occupational psychologist might focus on, the development piece, there's huge variety of activities within that. My days in the working week can be incredibly different. Working with individuals on a well-being topic, working with a group on a productivity topic, helping an organization through change, huge amounts of variety in there. So it's a really important part of that. Now, activities might replicate. I might do the same training course. I might cover similar topics in coaching sessions, but they're with different people. And so for me, that's variety. Number 4 is that I love light bulb moments. You know those moments when you get, aha, you figure something out, you realize something, it's something meaningful and important to you. Well, I'm lucky enough to experience those on a regular basis with my clients. Maybe in a coaching session, someone gets that light bulb moment that they can see a path through their challenges or their difficulties. They might realize the contribution they're making to their sense of overwhelm, or it might be an organizational light bulb moment that something is possible that they hadn't thought of before. I feel really privileged to be in these moments where someone gets that light bulb moment. Now, the light bulb moment is usually followed by some hard work on the client's side. I'll be working too, but they're going to be making some tough choices. They're going to be experimenting. They're going to be wading through some temporary discomfort. And that brings me to my final point. So the fifth point I want to cover in this video is that I really love making a difference. Something that brings me endless joy in my job is that I get to see the impact of my work. And I know that's not the case for everyone in the workplace, so I feel very privileged. I might see those light bulb moments, but I get to see what someone does with them. I get to see a coachee thrive, grow, develop, move on to their next job, or take that promotion, or deal with that habit that's holding them back. I might see a group of people put their training and their new skills into action, and of course regularly hear back from them when they tell me the difference that it's making to their working lives. And of course I get to see delegates attend the programs that I design and tell me in real time what difference it's making to their understanding of their own prioritization or their well-being or their what they call soft skills, although I'm not a fan of that term. Maybe we'll talk about that in a future video. But from understanding what it is that makes people tick, through to building these relationships and helping people have light bulb moments in a variety of ways, I'm so lucky to then see what that means for people, and given the year we're in, the difference that it's making to their survival through some really challenging times. So there we have it. Just 5 of the many reasons I love being a psychologist. Now, of course, not every day is like a day at the beach. There are challenges, there are activities I really don't like doing. Just ask my accountant. But overall, this is a role that I keep doing, and I can't really picture myself doing anything else. But I think one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel is to give people an insight into what it's like to do this job, to learn more about the humans who actually do it, and yeah, to reflect that kind of humanity. We're not angels, we're not perfect, and we don't always follow our own advice. But for me, one of the most important things that I've learned in my career is about person-job fit. And as far as I'm concerned, that fit really works for me. So there we have it. 5 of the top reasons that I love being a psychologist. Now, I would love to hear from you. You don't have to tell me that you love everything about your job, but if there's aspects of your job that you really identify with or bring you a sense of accomplishment or achievement, tell me. Drop them down in the comments below. And of course, use that space to ask any questions you would like about me and the work that I do, or how to extract more joy from the everyday at work. Thanks for watching.